kitchen and bath. We love it when a plan comes together.
Live, this is South Florida Today on NBC6 HD.
Well, these days, one of the most popular flowering plants to use to spruce up and beautify your home is the orchid. Joining me today is orchid specialist Carlos Anglade, along with Kelly Crawford from Can You Dig It Gardening, to talk about orchids, to give us some insight on plants that a lot of folks really, I guess, get intimidated about, but also frustrated with. Why are orchids such a challenge for your average person?
Well, there's a big myth about orchid care. Everybody thinks they're very flimsy and very delicate, and they're not. They're actually one of the strongest plants on earth.
Really?
And yeah, there's actually an orchid native of every country in the world, except for maybe the polar caps on earth.
That's amazing.
Yes, and they live in nature. Nobody waters them, nobody fertilizes them.
So they don't need all that help that we give them?
No, they don't. They need tender, loving neglect.
Tender, loving neglect.
Yes.
Okay, alrighty.
Absolutely.
One of the big problems people do, and I'm guilty of it, I believe, is overwatering.
Yeah. Yes. Orchids need the root systems. That's the life of the orchid. Okay? If you overwater it, you're browning it. You're killing it. So I have a very simple rule. When you have an orchid that's spotted like this,
I'll hold it for you.
yes, you just stick your fingers, the finger rule.
The finger rule, okay.
Stick your finger as far down in the pot as you can go. If you feel moisture, leave it alone. When it's totally dry, when you feel it's dry, then water it. Water it thoroughly, let it drain, very important, and leave it alone again.
Okay. And Kelly, sometimes it gets so like you don't see the flowers, it looks like it's dead, and so you throw it out.
No, well, that's the wrong thing to do. The right thing to do is to go ahead and remove it from its pot, Trina.
Okay.
Find a cozy, shady tree that gets a little bit of morning sun. Take some old pantyhose. You've got great legs. You don't need pantyhose, but maybe someone else's. And tie them right to the tree. And you want to use a water-soluble fertilizer, because once these are established, they're pretty much getting their nutrients and the moisture they need from the air and the tree that it's wrapped on. And Carlos brought up a very good point earlier that a lot of people think, oh, this is going to harm my tree. It really won't. A coconut palm, a small tree that you may have in your yard, or even a piece of wood that you can just set it in and just let it attach to with some fertilizer.
Okay. Oh, you've got some beautiful species here. Can we talk, like, in particular, this is so beautiful, it just catches your eye.
Absolutely. These are Phalaenopsis, okay?
Phalaenopsis.
And this is the most popular orchid here in the United States.
It's so gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, and it lasts a very long time in flower. It can stay in flower anywhere from between 1 and 4 months.
Wow.
Yes. And they're very easy to take care of. They're beautiful flowers. They got a lot of flowers, and the flowers, after they open, they keep growing, and they can get very big. Very big.
So now, when the flowers do drop off, how long before you'll see flowers again? Because I think that's a big thing. If people don't see the flowers, they think it's dead.
Yes, yes. The good thing with the Phalaenopsis is that the flowers last a long time, like I said.
Okay.
The bad thing about the Phalaenopsis is that once it's done flowering, it'll take another year.
A year?
A year.
So patience.
Yes.
Okay.
Some people do leave the stem to keep growing, but you only get 2-3 little flowers on the tip.
Okay.
What you really want to do is cut back the spike.
So cut it down
here? In this little nodes, just cut it right there, and that's going to try to trigger a new spike coming out. What makes them flower is the change of temperature at night.
Alrighty. I've never seen any like this.
Oh, those are beautiful. Those are one of my favorites. Those are Paphiopedilums, better known as lady slippers, because of the shape. It looks like a lady slipper.
Just
right there.
one of my favorites.
And that's a beautiful orchid to have indoors.
Indoors, okay.
Because they like a lot of shade. Yes.
I wish we had more time. We're going to have to do this another time because people love orchids. Thank you so much, Carlos.
Thank you very much,
Kelly.
Trina, for having me.
We've had a pleasure having you here. For more information, you want to contact Kelly at canyoudigit.com. So go to his website. Again, canyoudigitgardening.com. Sherry, over to you.
All right, well, if you love to travel,